Oh boy. Hold on, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Give me 1 second. Oh boy. Hold on. Oh my God. No, 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 no. Hmm. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. There we go. Okay, done. Hey, can somebody put in the comments if they can see my screen? I just want to make sure that you guys can see my screen. Can see half my screen. Okay, hold on. Just give me 1 second. You can see the, hey Shane, you can see the full thing? Okay, so y'all can see the screen. All right, that's good. Hey guys, give me about 10 minutes. I'm just going to um, post in the app and give some people some time, and then we'll start going over stuff. Um, yeah. Okay, sounds good. Appreciate it, Shane. Um, I haven't used this streaming software in a minute, so y'all gotta give me a little bit of grace. All right. No, that's not what I want. I want to do, what do I want? Hmm. All right, let me post the app real quick. Um, No, I'm not starting yet. I'm gonna give everybody some time to get in here. I'm gonna post in the AI app right now. Oh, I'm not gonna figure out how to post this link in there. Can you guys hear me okay? Mic working and all that stuff working just fine? I don't know about all that with Sim. All right, sounds good, guys. I need to figure out how to share the link. How do you share this shit? Oh, here we go. Copy link. All right. I'll post it on day trading. Maybe that'll get some more looks. Hey guys, I am live right now. Go ahead and follow the link below in the comments. If comments, I'm going to go over some strategies and answer any questions you guys may have. Right now we're just chilling, but it's going to start in about 5 or 10 minutes. Stream, the show should start in 5 or 10 minutes. Go ahead and get in here. Uh, all right, let me make sure this link works real quick. Let me just paste it into my phone. Paste and go. There we go. It goes right to it. Nice. Damn, talk about big bro production. That's fucking funny, bro. Oh man. All right. Let me see. Well, let me figure out how. I don't know how to do this shit, man. I usually do it for gaming, but how do I get back to my normal live screen? Hold on. Right here, I think. Oh god, I'm so bad at this. Is it this one? Oh, there we go. Sweet. While people funnel in here, I'm gonna just go ahead and get some links up. And I'm gonna be checking back and forth just to see. We've got some more people in here. Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna go to here. Gonna go to my Cheddarflow account. There we go. How's everybody's day? Everybody have a good day today? Hold on. Let me get my other I'm gonna get my laptop real quick. I'm gonna so I can, because I can't pay attention to questions on my main computer right now that's streaming without like clicking back to YouTube, and I don't want to do that because that'll just make it look stupid. So I'm gonna, come on, I'll use my phone actually. Okay, let me go back to, how can I do this? YouTube Studio, content. It's so stupid that I can't like. I guess I can do it this way. I can go to YouTube on my YouTube app. All right. But how do I see the? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Um. Yeah. And I'm gonna. All right, let me get rid of some of this. Get rid of this. Uh. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of this. Really, these are. This is all we really need. Try Gemini. Nah, I'm good. That's all I really need. Um. Let me check, see if anybody else is joining. I'm sure they'll join as we go. Um, see if I can maybe reply back with a link. I don't know if the app just forbids you from putting links in there, or I don't know. But I'm sure people will figure it out. I mean, I've got my YouTube handle in my profile, so I'm sure they'll figure it out. All right. Well, I'm gonna get to it. But before I do that, just want to make sure. Let me pause my music. I don't know if y'all can hear my music, but let me pause it real quick. All right. Wait, can y'all hear my music or no? Because if y'all can't hear my music, that's fine. I'm just gonna play it in my ear. And also, is my mic volume too low? Is it too high? Is it perfect? Let me know what you guys think. No, I'm not using Thinkorswim, John. I use Robinhood. I just use TradingView for pretty much everything else. You guys can. Okay, cool. You can't hear my music. All right. I'm listening to some Linkin Park right now, so just want to make sure. Okay, cool. It's too low. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. Let me turn it up. Let me know if this volume is good. Um, is that better, or is that still too low? Hmm. Let me see if I can turn it up over here. No. Oh, wait, wait. All right, let's try that. Is that better? Better? Okay. All right, awesome. All right, let's get down to it. So, I'm gonna hop in here. Please, nobody freak out with all my lines. I promise you, they all matter. Oops. I didn't mean to click that. All right. So, just gonna clear this out. The lines are staying. Um, all right. Damn, we've got 42 people in here. That's fucking awesome. Okay. All right. So, something I'm going to go over first is I'm going to teach you guys, or not necessarily teach you, but I'm going to tell you what I look for when trading, especially today, and how you can use RSI, which is down here. So this is your RSI, and also how you can use your candles, and you can use those to help spot a potential reversal happening. So first things first, look, I've got everything else is turned off. I've got nothing else turned on right now. All right. All I have is my RSI, but I do have to pull this down. All right, so first off, RSI, for those that don't know, you literally just go right here into indicators and you just type in RSI. That's going to be your relative strength index. I'm not going to click this because I don't need to add two, but if you click that, it'll add it down here at the bottom. These are my, which one is RSI? It's the one right here at the bottom, right here. See it? Down here. These are my current settings for my RSI. So let me go, here are the settings. So initially, when RSI is popped up, it's going to have all this stuff checked on. It's going to be set to close. It's going to be set to 14. So this is what default's going to look like for you, okay? This is what default RSI is going to look like, all right? Now, to me, I get overwhelmed rather easily sometimes. What platform is this? This is TradingView. I get overwhelmed occasionally because we're looking at a lot of stuff. We got to make quick decisions. So I like to edit this right here. So you click this little settings button on RSI, and I like to edit this to make it a lot more smoother. How do I do that? Well, first thing I do is I take away RSI based MA. I don't need this line. It's this little yellow line down here. See it? I don't need that shit. It does nothing for me but clutter up my screen. And as you can see, my screen is already really cluttered. Next thing I do is I bring this down. So RSI length. So what that does is it is basing, the RSI is being based off of the previous candles, right? So right now it's going off the 14 previous. Well, I don't want it to do that. Me personally, I like to go off the 7 candles. So I put that at 7. Now when I click my screen, watch how it changes. Look at that. All right, and next thing I do is, hey, just because I don't want to lose your questions, just save them for a little bit. Trust me, I'll get to them, but just ask me the questions when I tell you, hey, all right, let me ask me questions. I just don't want to lose your questions, and I don't want to be on this for too long. For my source, so right here, default is closed. So that's going to be the close candle. I like to do the open of the candle, the high of the candle, the low of the candle, and the close of the candle. Watch what it does to my RSI. To me, it's smoother. All right. And other than that, everything else is default. I've got everything else default. Okay. How do I spot a reversal happening? Well, RSI. If you don't know what RSI is, it's pretty much it pretty much tells you where the momentum is, right? So if you get up here at the top, let's see, 78, 83 is where this peaked out at. That's pretty much saying it's oversold. If it gets over 70, that means it's oversold. And if it gets below 30, that means it's overbought. Wait, no, flip it. Sorry, long day. No, I'm right. Right? Yeah, I'm right. I'm sorry. I'm being stupid. So anyways, when it's getting down to here, see where it's like a lot of red? That tells me, hey, if I'm playing puts, probably want to go ahead and start thinking about getting out of it, because look what it's going to do. It's going to start reversing down. And look what it started doing. It started going back up right here. Thank you, Raj. But something I look at. So this is how I figure out if it's going to reverse, and I did it today. So we want to let me get rid of all this stuff real quick, because we're gonna do it again. We're gonna do this together. Let me get rid of all this. All right, boom, boom. All right, what I'm gonna do? Oh, stop. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double click this and make my RSI bigger. All right, so first thing I want to do is I want to mark my highest points that are outside of the range, right? So I'm going to take a vertical line. All right, well, here's one. Boom. All right. Here's another one. And here is another one. I'm only marking the ones that are outside of this line, right? So I'm going to go here. Yeah, I know, Muhammad. It's been a long day. Thank you for clarifying. 30 is oversold, 70 is overbought. So, anyways, I like to mark these. Obviously, I can't mark them during the trading day because they haven't formed yet, but I'm marking them now after the fact just to show you. But you'll have to look out for them, but they're not that hard to spot. So I'm just going to mark these. That should be enough. I'm not going to mark any. I'll mark. Nah, I'm not going to mark anymore. All right. So these are all my lines, all marked. So now I'm going to double click here. All right. Now where do these lines line up at? Yep. All right. Well, if we zoom in, hold on. Stop. I gotta lock this so I don't accidentally mess up my lines. All right. Well, what does this tell? All right. So my line's right here. My line is pinpointing right here, and my line is pinpointing right here, right? So we're creating a. No, let me get rid of my line now. Hold on. All right. Honolulu, just to get that. All right. And then I got a line right here, right? At this one. So I'm looking at my peaks. So right here, look, what do we got? We've got a low right here, and we've got a higher low right here. But at the time, this was the low. So I'm going to mark this. Where's my. All right. All right. And then I'm going to mark this one over here. That's so bad. And then I already marked these ahead of time. All right. I marked this one, and I marked this one. All right. Now what happens is this is how I'm able to spot if it's going to reverse when it's happening. So let me just do a trend line. So let me do a trend line from here to there, right? And then let me do a trend line from down here to down here. Do those lines look like they're going in the same direction of each other? They're not. They are not parallel. This one's going down. This one's going up. So this tells me, this right here tells me that there's going to be a reversal. Why? Because, well, let's look at some other ones, right? All right. Well, if we go from this point right here, all right, that's that middle green candle right here, right? And the next point is right here. Well, where is that? That's higher. It's going higher, right? So if they're going in opposite directions of each other, look, this one's high and then it goes lower. Well, the stock's going lower, and then guess what? It goes lower again, stock's going lower. All right, well, you see it went up a little bit, stock went up a little bit, but then we went back right here, and then it shot up. And this is, look, I'm going to be honest, guys, this should not have happened. There was nothing to support this. The only reason this happened is because Trump and the Saudi Arabia, whoever it was, made that the $1 trillion thing. This was purely like this doesn't like just go whoop like that. That doesn't happen. You're not sure where the other line is. There's a line down here at the bottom. Can y'all not see this down here at the RSI? Oh, you can't see that low on the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. How do I do this, man? Why is it so small? I don't know how to fit my screen. Why is it? Damn. See, this is why I'm not a streamer. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Trying to. Let me see. Let me go to settings. Settings. Display. Is there any way that I can make this bigger? I don't understand why this is so small. I'm sorry, guys. I've truly screwed you guys right now. Hold on, let me see video. Uh, Stream to horizontal vertical left. Damn. Yeah, I'm using a TradeView Premium. Fuck, dude. This is fucking annoying. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I thought you'd be able to see. Damn. Is there a way that I can... Hold on, let me see if there's a way that I can display capture. Give me a sec. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if there's a way that I can, like, show my whole fucking screen. Share monitor. What does this do? Capture game on the... Okay. This is fucking annoying. Sorry, guys. Um, Browser source. What if I share a specific window? Uh, Add source. Okay, hold on. Let me see if this works. Wait, does this work? Is this better? I can't tell. Can you guys see the entire window? Okay, sweet. Okay. Yeah, this is why I'm not a tech guy, so bear with me. So you guys can see, let me confirm on my phone. Sorry, I'm on my phone as well. Hold on. Okay, yeah, everything looks a little bit better there. Let me make sure I can just see everything. Hold on. I'm waiting for it to update on my end. Huh. All right, you can see the RSI better. Okay, well, that matters. So you can see the RSI down here. That's good. All right. So don't worry. I'll keep you guys updated on where the price is. But anyways, these lines are not parallel with each other. Okay. When that happens, that's a good indication there's going to be a reversal. Okay. Um, from this with the RSI, if RSI is not following with the stock, then that's a good indication that it's going to be a reversal. And look what happened. We get to right here, this line forms, and look what happened. Reversal. Now, are you going to be able to catch it? Yes, sometimes. Sometimes you're not going to be able to catch it. Um, but yeah, let's see. Let me scroll this way, see if we can find another example. I'm messing up my lines. God, dude, I need a beer. All right. Let's see if I can find another option. And sometimes you're just not gonna find them like these. Like sometimes it's just you gotta. I think if you did this, you might can. Hold on, let me see. I promise, guys, the next live stream will be a lot better than this. Okay, I literally just did this on a whim for you guys. Um, Man, I never run in 14. I just want to find some more examples for you guys, but that's how I. Ooh, that doesn't work. No. But that's how I use RSI for that specifically. Another thing, give me 1 second. I'm trying to think. All right. Another thing you can do, yeah, if we're looking on let's look on the 5-minute chart. So another thing you can do is honestly, you need to candle watch. You need to watch at candles, right? Um, what else? Something else I was playing with actually today. So we'll go to EMA. I actually am running EMA 4 and a 50. So something you can do with this, I know this is EMA 4. This isn't like your typical thing. Typical thing is going, and I have it offset by 1. Typical thing is going to be a 9, and then it's going to be an offset 0. Hold on. No, not 10. It's going to be an offset 0. And then that's what it's going to look like. You can do either. But at an EMA 9 close, how you would typically run this on a 5-minute chart, and you have to look at it on a 5-minute. You can't look at it on a 1. You could, but you're not going to get good. Sometimes you're not going to get good confirmation. Obviously, if you have a beautiful candle like this, where it's, I mean, how many green candles back to back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 candles back to back to back. All right, that doesn't happen all the time. So you need to be a little more cautious and use the 5-minute, which is what I like to do. And Profit Hunter, he likes to do that as well. So pretty much what you're going to do is, all right, see this candle right here? This candle goes up. Well, obviously it closed past the EMA 9 right here, which is the white line. And then the next candle forms. Well, you see it's forming above it. And then I want to see it close above that. If I can see this close above that, then that may be a good time for entry. So let's see, right here it closes at 666.74. Next candle, let's just say I hop in, same price. It goes up, and what's even better confirmation is this EMA 9 and EMA 50 crossing each other. When the when all the candles are above the EMA 50, that's how you know you're in a pretty bullish position. And so anyways, you go right here. See, some people would get scared of this. I wouldn't hop out of this just because it touches. What you don't want it to do, though, is form a red candle, but like this, halfway across that white line. Oh, wait, can you guys not see? Well, wait, can everybody not see? I'm getting a couple, so you guys are just listening to me talk? Oh, you can't see over here. Oh. Sorry. I don't get why it's limiting me. Yeah, I'll try and keep that in the middle. Anyways, you guys should be able to see now. Sorry that. Yeah. All right. So what you don't want is a big candle like this crossing across this white line. If I see a big candle like this, I'm out. Done. Day's done. But candle like this above, and it keeps going. These are testing it a little bit, but just because they're testing it doesn't mean it's not going to keep going up. As long as it stays above it and it doesn't form close all the way over it. So as you see, it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. Here's a rule of thumb: if you don't like using Bollinger Bands, see how these candles are building space away from the EMA 9 right here. When they're building space, take that as an indicator, especially when you're this far out. Take that as an indicator. Okay, there's probably going to be a pullback because it's going to want it. Because what these candles want to do, they don't want to stray too far away from this EMA 9 line. They do not, and they won't either. I promise you. Because if I turn on these Bollinger Bands, watch where it is. Bam! It's right outside that Bollinger Band. And guess what? It's gonna hug itself back to that line. Doesn't mean it's gonna reverse on you, but it's gonna keep going up. Or it could go down, but in this case, it kept going up. And right here, you see how these candles are starting to get smaller? These candles are starting to get smaller right up here. Let me make sure everybody can see these. Yeah, y'all can still see them up there. Good. I'm going to move my screen to the left just a little bit. See how these candles are starting to get smaller? And that's just on the 5-minute. Normally, I run it on the 3-minute, but let's go to the 3-minute. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. All right. On the 3-minute, we get to right here. All right. Candles go up. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're still above the EMA 9. All right. Now you see we're starting to get some red candles and stuff. And you see we're starting to, these smaller candles are starting to cross about it. This is probably when I would hop out. Right here. This is probably a good indication of I'm hopping out. Or even a better indication. See this candle right here? So let's see. We got in at 666, right? We got in at if we're on the 5-minute, we got in a pretty good location. Wait, am I on the right? Hold on. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna get out right around here, and a good rule of thumb is look at your RSI. Okay, well you see that it's really trading. It's really past that 70 zone. It's in 82, so that's a good indication. Hey, this is probably about to start going down, so I should probably get out of my position and get out. Okay, there's no bad profit. All right, anything green is good with me. Um, but that's kind of how I avoid being stuck in a reversal. Obviously, it's not foolproof. It happens. But yeah, that's how I like to use these bands. I just the Bollinger Bands. I like to keep those just as again, just as confirmation for things, but you don't have to use them. You don't have to use these at all. Like turn them off. Guess what? It's still gonna do the same thing. I just like to keep them on. All right, let me get back to today's. Let me get rid of all these. And the reason I have all these blue lines today, well, really every day, not the vertical ones. I'm getting rid of these. But all the ones horizontal, those are my levels. Okay, those are my levels that I look at throughout the day, and I use them as pretty much a bias of what's going to happen. Because they're good support levels and they're good resistance levels. And if I zoom in, I can guarantee you every single candle is touching these levels. Make sure we can see these. Look at this. All these candles are hitting this level right here, this 660, and none of them broke through. After this one didn't break through, I kind of assumed this was going to be a red, and it went down. All right, now look at this candle. This candle pushed through this other line I have right here of 656, and then it went green again, and then it formed support right here, and guess what it did? Boom, shot right up. So if you guys want, you should copy these candles. You should copy all of these lines that I have, and I've got these lines all over the place. Watch when I zoom. Look, I've got I've got lines everywhere. And they're just built over time. They're from previous higher lows, previous support levels, and support levels duplicate. I mean, they do. You can have like one of these support levels can be a support level that we had maybe a month ago, and they still play a role in the future. So that's why I have all of these blue lines, and they help me to figure out what direction it's going to go in based on this. I mean, look, see, we formed support up here a lot. Boom, boom, boom. It went up. And you see now this was formed as resistance up here at 663. I mean, pretty much all day. I mean, we could barely stay above this line. But yeah, and then you see this one right here at 657.77. That was a support. Is this going to be posted on my page? Like on the AI page? No. But the video, I'm going to upload it to my YouTube channel so people can rewatch it. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my trading. Obviously, today could have been very bad. I'm not showing you anything on the screen. I'm just talking now. Everything today could have been really bad because the market had no intentions of letting us go up. It had full intentions of letting us go down. And luckily, the Trump and Saudi deal happened, which prompted the market to shoot up like it did. And I think that happened. That I know where that happened. That happened right here because it hit a 665 high, and this is where I cashed out because I got us in this, and then it went down. I was like, crap. And then luckily this happened, so this kind of saved all of us, saved me. But against my better judgment, I should have sold right here. This is where I should have sold. I let greed get the best of me though, and I almost had a losing day. Thankfully, I didn't. So I guess what I want to preface on is do not let hope be the reason that you don't get profit. Okay? don't you got to stop paying attention to your P&Ls. And this is kind of me talking to myself as well, but you've got to stop paying attention to your P&L. Okay, if you invested, let's just say $400 into a call day trade option for SPY, and you are 100% in profit, you just made all of your money back. All the money you invested, you just made it back. And then sometimes you're like, oh, well, let me get to 700. Let me get to 800. Dude, let me ask you guys this. If I if I went and just put four $100 bills on the ground in front of you, and then I just left them there, are you going to look at that $400 on the ground and be like, nah, that's not enough money, and just walk over it? Fuck no! You're going to pick that fucking money up and shove it in your pocket and have a great fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, so stop chasing the big home runs. Okay, like 100%, 150%. That's a home run. That is out of the park. Okay, but stop trying to chase the 200, 300, 400%. If you can consecutively have profits every single day, whether it's 200, 300, 400, $1,000 every day, those $6,000, $7,000 profits are going to come, okay? But they're not going to come if you go into trading every day hoping for a big grand slam. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, what? That doesn't happen, guys. You want to know how big grand slams happen? They happen like this. When Trump and Saudi Arabia, or whoever it is, I don't care who it is, announce a $1 trillion investment. That's how those happen. The news. But they don't, other than that, they don't just happen, guys. A normal trading day on SPY is going to yield 50 to 150%. Now, here's what you can do. If you want a completely free trade and you're willing to have a risk-free trade, you go up here and you get 120%, sell 50% of the shares you have. If you can sell 50%. If you're only on one share, sell the one share. You don't need to be trading. You don't need to be going into too much risk. But if you let's say if you buy $400 worth of call contracts, and let's just say, for instance, that's 20 contracts. You hit 100%, sell 50%. That's going to be half your contracts, 10 contracts, and guess what? That's going to be what you invested. That's going to be your $400 right there that you just sold off. So now it's a free trade. So now, if you just want to have a free trade, let the other 10 go. Don't worry about them, because guess what? You can't lose. You may break even, but you can't lose. And so anyways, now it goes down here. You're like, oh, shit, maybe I should have sold 100%. And you probably should have, greedy motherfuckers. But no, I'm joking. I'm the same way. But anyways, and then it gets up here. All right, well, anyways, you get to right here. Or let's say you get to right here. You're about at the line where you sold last time. All right, well, sell half of your 10. Now you're in some profit. So now you only got 5 contracts left. Okay, cool. Leave those contracts running. Well, then you get up here, you're like, holy crap. We just hit 665. We haven't hit that in like a week. Sell the 5. Okay? But this is the point I'm making. If you're holding 20 contracts and you get up here and you're 100% and you don't sell, don't trade anymore. Seriously. I'm not saying you have to sell all, but at least sell half. At least make it a free trade, all right? But if you wanna full port it, like I did today, I'm talking to myself, guys. I want you to know that I am talking to myself too. I'm literally yelling at myself. If you want to full port it, and then you start going down, you're like, let me add some more contracts. Don't do that. I mean, if you want to do it, but just that's not the best case scenario, because this was a losing trade. I should have sold right here. I should have gone about my day and sold. I mean, look, I didn't sell right here. And look, I didn't even look at my RSI. My RSI was in the green. I should have known. I should have sold. And then when it got to right here, now granted, I knew it was. The reason I kept DCAing is because I knew it was about to go up because I actually finally paid attention to my RSI, which was in the red. So I knew I was like, okay, well, it's got to go up, but it wasn't going to go up this much without that news, guys. It wasn't. All right, there's just that. That's a lot of juice. I mean, in 9 minutes, that's a lot of juice. So that's my TED talk, guys. Take profit. All right, do the math. If you can make $400 a day, 5 days, that's $2,000. That's 1 week, $2,000 in a week. All right, $2,000 times 4 weeks. Where's that? That's $8,000 in a month. $8,000 times 5 months, that's $40,000. That's $40,000 and you're able to take easy profits. Making $400 is relatively easy, okay? But also blowing that $400 is also relatively easy. But if you have a small account, don't stop looking at Twitter, stop looking at the chat, the AI chat, and all that stuff, and just literally turn out all the noise and watch the trade, okay? And stop. And you need to get it out of your mindset. Okay, if it just hits this number, I'll be out. If it just hits this number, I'll be out. No, no. If you're at 100%, I will get if it's at 100%, I will literally let you count. I want you to count to 5 seconds in your head. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it's not still going up, still pumping, sell it. Got me? And I don't know what most brokerages you guys I don't know what most brokerages you guys trade on. I trade on Robinhood, so unfortunately, it doesn't let me do a trailing stop loss. But here, something you can do. All right. So let's say you hop in this trade right here. All right. And it goes up. All right, you're right here. Well, what you can do is, God, now I wish I didn't have all the lines because it's gonna be it's just gonna be a lot of colors. But we're just gonna let me put a line right here real quick. Put a line. Let's make it a thick boy. Oh no. Oh, we're gonna make a God motherfucker. What line? Now I got so many damn lines. I can't remember the line. Okay. So we're gonna place a line right here, and then we're gonna go to this style. We're gonna make it a thick line, and we're gonna make it a red line. All right, so I can see it. You guys may not have this many lines on your chart, but I do. So, anyways, let's say price is right here, right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a line that does absolutely nothing. This is to tell my psychology, hey, if price goes past this line, sell immediately. Sell immediately. And then you just keep following it. All right, well, I've got my stop loss right here at the bottom. Oh, okay, well, it's getting mighty close to here. And it hasn't sold yet. Let me just zoom in. Hold on. Where are we at? Right here. Make sure it's in the center for you guys. And it didn't go across this, but then it kept going. So let's say now we're at this line. Well, guess what? I'm going to move this line right here. I'm going to move it right up to here now. All right. And it keeps going. All right. Now we're at this green line. Well, guess where I'm going? I'm moving this bad boy up. I'm staying within at least one tick away from my profit. And then guess what? I'm going to keep going. All right. And then guess what? I'm at this line right here. It's at here. And now it's just trading sideways. Well, okay, I'm going to move my stop loss up to right there now. And guess what? It would have stopped out right there at that candle, and I would have been forced to sell. You have got to have discipline, and you have got to make yourself sell. You have got to stop living on hopes and dreams, because hopes and dreams are not going to build. Hopes and dreams, those are great, but those aren't going to make you rich. Okay? They're not. But making $400 a day, well, that's definitely not making you poor, okay? And you can scale from there as your account gets built up, where you don't have to take $400 trades. Now you can push it to $700 trades, and then your profit's going to be even bigger. But just living on, oh my God, if only I could hit 1,000, dude, you're at 500. That's $500 more than you had. Take the profit. All right, I'm done rambling. All right, now I am going to sit here and look at the chat, and if you guys have any questions, concerns, anything, go ahead and start. And I will try my best to get to all of them. Damn, we only have 37 people. Like 14 people left me because they didn't like my technical difficulties. All right, waiting for the questions to flow in. Just gonna scroll up here and read through the chat while y'all send questions. All right. Um. All right. Along with some stupid decisions trying to trade spy, trying to learn from Austin Profit Hunter. I just hope I make $100 of profit a day. Been on a losing streak lately. Hey man, look man, I've been on some losing streaks, but you know what you got to do. And I'm scrolling here, guys. So keep putting your questions. I'm gonna try and get to them. I'll answer questions for the next 20 minutes. I don't know. I answer questions as long as my heart lets me. Let's see. But who was it that said that? Inner Spirit Graham. Yeah, man. Look, I've been in a losing streak before. I've lost $50,000 in a in a trade, in a single trade. Um, yeah, man. It happens. It happens. But when you're at that point of a losing streak, you need to turn the computer off, throw it out the window, and then go let some fresh air hit you in the face. No, I'm serious. Like you need to step away from the trading, and I don't mean permanently. I just mean for the day. And you need to reset, and you need to go into the next day clear-minded. If you don't know what you're doing, well, first off, if you don't know what you're doing, learn. But also, if you don't know what you're doing, don't go make a blind trade in hopes you can make some profit. That is the worst way to do it. Wait for either me, Profit Hunter, Ines, anybody to post a trade. All right. But yeah, if you on a losing streak, dude, it's okay. Everybody is on a losing streak, dude. Warren Buffett's been on a losing streak. Okay. Rome wasn't built overnight. You just gotta have patience and don't blow your account. I lost a lot of money. Microsoft, Hims, Meta, Netflix pretty much blew most of my account up because of those trades. Yeah, Muhammad, were those earnings plays? That's why we're all trying to learn from the GOAT. I don't know if I'm the GOAT, but appreciate it, Shane. I came in late. We'll have to rewatch this. Yeah. Just ask me the question. I missed the first part. Can you start? Can I start over? That's a good one, Justin. Bollinger Band settings. I don't have any Bollinger Band settings. They're just as they are, I think. Let me double check. Length. Here's my settings. Length 20. Yeah, all this stuff is the same. Nothing's changed. Style. Yeah, nothing's changed. Um, Let me see. I know you posted pictures of your support lines, the blue ones, but it's hard to see the numbers on the app. Uh, uh, you know what? I can. Well, no, because it's not gonna let me. I'll try and take a closer picture of those of the lines that I have drawn out, and I'll post them back in there. I know it's hard to see. I'll try and post them a closer shot of them. My bad, guys. Um, I know. Let me see. In Robinhood, can we day trade all 5 days in a week? Yeah, you can. So if you have okay, so let's say in your account, if you have less than $25,000 in your Robinhood account, you are going to be what's considered a cash account. So what that means is you can make as many trades as you want. Let's say you have $20,000, right, of buying power. You can make as many trades as you want, but let's say they were all winning trades. You spent $20,000. Good Lord, if you're spending $20,000 on a day, you either know what you're doing or you need some help, or you're me. Um, but anyways, let's just say you spend that whole $20,000 on Monday. You're not going to get your money back even though you sold on Monday, you're not going to get that money back until Tuesday, right? Because you're a cash account. Now, if you can switch to a margin account and you'll get your money back same day. But here's the issue. If you're under the $25,000 threshold, here's what's going to happen. You're only going to be allowed to make, I think it's either 3 or 4 day trades in I can't remember because it's been a minute for me, but it's either in a day or in a week. And if you go over that, then you're going to be, and you can get your money back same day. But if you go over 4, either 3 or 4, Robinhood and any other brokerage is going to flag you as a pattern day trader. And pretty much what they're going to say is either get your account at $25,000 or higher, or you have to go back to a cash account. That's your options. So once you're at $25,000 or higher, then you can go to a margin account, and then you can trade all day long until the bell rings. I wouldn't recommend that, but because your money comes back to you right away. So yeah. I'm here. Thanks for hosting. When to buy a call is intraday or several days ahead. When do I buy a call? And that's for Hernan Israel. Oh, and sorry, the previous person I was talking about with Robinhood was VJ. Hernan. I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been on a hot streak lately with just day trading. I haven't really put out many signals for like swing trades or anything like that, so I'm mainly just day trading. Yeah. Shane Rubin, how do you decide you're not going to enter a trade? Example, too much chop. Yeah. Oh yeah, way too much. For instance, look right here, Shane. If you could see it, let me make sure you can see it. Yeah. So right here, see how there's so much chop right here? There's not a lot of price action. Like there's just not a lot going on. They're all hovering across this line. Yeah, I'm not trading that. This could be a good setup for a trade, and then it goes down. If you could see that. You can see a little bit of it. I'm looking at this red line over here to the left, but that was also an open, so I definitely wouldn't trade that. A good trade to hop into is going to be right here. This is a good trade to hop into. You can clearly see directions going down, and then it's going up. Let me see what else. This is a good one to enter in, but like this shit right here, no, I'm not hopping in that. That's terrible. There's not enough. There's no decision making. You see what I mean? There's no clear direction. Right here, clear direction, it's going up. Right here, clear direction, it's going down. But I just said I wouldn't. I'd probably hop in right here, but not down here. But also, I'm going to look at my EMA 9. All right, so here we go. Back to the EMA. I'm going to look at this line. Right? Let me get rid of the Bollinger Bands because we got too many colors going on. Like again, I'm going to see what happens with these candles. If these candles start forming above this line, well, then that tells me there's some good price action, so I'm going to get in. But if they're just hovering over this line, it's terrible. It sucks. You know what I mean? So you want to look for and look, and people say, oh, that's not a lot. Dude, we're not making 10 trades in a day. All right. Like we've got plenty of opportunities, right? Let me make sure it's zoomed out of my actual stream. Give me a sec. And guys, look, yeah, there's so many questions. I'm just like trying to look at them all. Like right here, these candles are clearly below this line. That's good price action. These candles are not. These candles are all over this line. It's terrible price action. These candles start forming above the line. Good price action. This one, not really. This one right here, candle is above the EMA 9. Great price action. Chop, 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 cutting onions. So yeah, man, I would just use the EMA line confirmation. I wouldn't trust just one candle though, okay? Because it doesn't mean anything. See, this candle right here went over it, and then this candle went through. Well, I want to see a second candle form over it too, right? Well, this one formed over it. Now, I don't know if I would have picked up the trade at this one right here, this candle, because that just doesn't look safe. But then we got this right here. This one formed over it. It's got a long wick on the bottom. That tells me buyers are in control. So I'm going to hop in on this one. I'm probably going to hop in like right here, 658. And then I'm going to ride this puppy all the way to 661. It's going to be a little three-pointer, but still, it's going to be some good profit. All right. Let me see. Sudar Sanan, thank you so much for the live session. Yeah, you got it, man. What's RSI again? J High Day. RSI is relative strength index. So pretty much that's going to be down here at the bottom, this little purple stuff down here, and it's just basically telling me where momentum's going. It's telling me, hey, where what's everybody doing right now? You know, Look at this. We got a high right here. Look at this. The high of the day was right here. And look where this RSI is. It's not even outside the line. It's only sitting at 67. And right here was lower. And look at it. It was 85. So that tells me there's a lot of buying pressure, a ton. But it also is telling me, hey, you probably need to get out of this trade relatively soon because RSI, one thing it does, it goes down, it goes up like the stock market. But this tells me where's the buying and selling pressure, where's the momentum. All right. Matesh Godhani, I hope I'm pronouncing y'all's name right. Are those pre-drawn lines? Yes. Can you live your trades when you make them? I can sometimes. It just depends it depends if I'm at my office or I'm at home. Thanks for doing this. Yeah, no problem, Kaylee. I have a free version on TradingView. Can I use the same indicators? I have a free version on TradingView. Can I use the same indicators? That's Adit Dio. I'm not sure. I have the premium version. I think it's like $70 a month. So I'm not 100% sure, man. So this is from Raj. Excuse me, I got to cough real quick. All right, from Raj. So with RSI that you are using, I understand the levels that are shown, and you are doing this over the 3-minute and 5-minute correct. Since there's a character limit, I'm gonna have to write more in the next comment. So I've seen RSI being low throughout the day. When I say low, below 40 mark, I also thought that an RSI below 30 means that there has to be a reversal. Sometimes there isn't. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a reversal. It just means that there's going to be a point where it does start to trend higher. That doesn't mean there's going to be a reversal. If that's the case, then everybody would be billionaires. No, it just means that it's going to level back out. It could reverse, definitely it could, but it mainly just means it's going to level out. It is how I portray it. All right. Since you use Robinhood, do you set a mental stop? I set a mental. Jay Patel. No, I set a mental one. Yeah, I don't do a set stop limit on Robinhood. Yeah, because that could screw you. I just set a mental one and I live by it. Okay, you cannot give yourself any leeway. You have got to just think of it this way. All right, here's a way to think of it. If you don't sell at your mental stop loss, you're losing all of your money. That's how you need to think about it. Okay? Or, I don't know. Look, and I don't mean to get too personal on you guys. I don't know, if any of you have a family, if you have kids, whatever it may be. But if you need to put it this, I've got a girlfriend. That's all I got. I don't have kids. But when I set those mental stop losses, she comes into my mind. All right? I'd say, me and my girlfriend, we depend on this. She depends on me to provide for her, and then I sell. Okay, there's infinite trading days, guys. Trading isn't going anywhere. Okay, $400 profit is better than no money profit, guys, or actually negative profit, losing money. So yes, set a mental stop loss if that's the only ability you have. If you I can't set a time frame in my orbit algo. Any idea why? I can set one. I usually know what I do is you're not going to be able to see it, Dane, because it's to my left and it's a little too far outside the screen. Well, actually, hold on. I think I can do this. Hold on. Let me see something. Actually, I may have just found a cheat code, guys. Let me see if this is actually a little bit better for y'all. Maybe if I just don't go full screen the whole way. Give me a second, guys. I'm sure. Oh God, I'm scared how many comments there are. I'm just scrolling through them. Let me make sure this is updated. I'm watching my phone right now, so you guys can see the left. Okay, I need to scoot this I need to bring this in a little bit more. Hold on. There's a delay, so I'm having to stop, pause, and look at my phone for the delay. Sorry, guys. All right, that'll do. Let me move it to the left a little bit. But anyways, on the orb algo function, it works on all of them, Dane. I just set it to, how do I set it? I don't know. It automatically sets for me. Um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it automatically sets for me. I don't know why it doesn't set for you. Because if I zoom out, yeah, see, I'm on the 3 minute it's set. Let me go to the 5 minute. See, it's set on the 5 minute. Yeah, it sets for me. Let me see if there's anything down here that'll like, let me, no, style. I've got it set on mine. I don't know. Maybe try the one I'm using. It's Orb Algo Flux Charts. Maybe try that one. I've been using that one. It's pretty good. All right, next question. If you could desktop trade during, this is from Justin. If you could desktop trade during a day, I think everyone would be pumped. By the time you post on, yeah, I know. Yeah, I can try and do that, guys. You also got to remember, like, I still don't do this full time. I still have another business that I run, which is real estate investing, and I like having both incomes. So it's kind of hard for me to, but I'll try to take a day as much as I can to live trade for you guys. Um, Dan Veer said, "Do you use fair value cap?" No, I don't. We're all on pins and needles in the app. LOL. Yeah, I know, man. I know, but I'll tell you this much, Justin. It's when I post something, you still usually you'll have some time to get in. Now, not all the time. Sometimes right when I get in, the price shoots up, but usually when I get in, you guys are going to have some time to get in. Not everybody's going to be able to get in a trade, but usually you'd be able to. But also, I want you to know, like, I'm not necessarily hopping in a trade to only be in it for 2 minutes. Okay, usually I want to be in it for at least 30. So you could get in there. Next comment. Oh, you already read that one. LOL facts. Can you drop your trading setup? How do you decide your take profits? I just decide I'm on the lines. And who is that from? That was from, oh man, brother. Dra, Chandrakanth. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying. I'm just a man. I use these blue lines that I've already preset for me. And y'all can copy them. Again, these are used as resistance and as support. So I use those as take profits. But really, it's whatever you feel like. Can I ask what your trading times? What's the best time to look for an opening? And that's from Wasim. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, well, market open. There's going to be something crazy that always happens. It's either going to go down aggressively or it's going to go up aggressively. I mean, it happens every time. Usually, the best time is going to be around 10 a.m. when all the dust is settled. 10 a.m. Obviously, you can see right here. 11:35. Let's go back a couple days. Let's see. Let's go to this open. Damn it. Hold on. I messed with my freaking line again. I thought I'll lock this. Lock. You can see right here, opening, it aggressively went up, and then guess what? It hit this orb up here, this 15-minute orb, and then obviously you can see clear downtrend. It went down. Now, oop, I did not mean to do that. Hold on. Here we go. This is choppy though. Would I have taken this? I don't know. Probably not, because there's no like my EMA 9 is not above it enough. So you could take this. It would have paid out well, but that's a risk. I would have taken it probably right here when it's below it all the way. So times to trade usually after 9, is when price action starts to pick up. Look, we're over here at 12, or let me see, 11:30. We got a little bit of a run right here. So anytime really after 9 is when you could start seeing like what's going to happen. All right. Um, okay, this is from Raj. Do you use volume as an indicator as well of when to enter? Volume normally would also push the price. Not really. Not when I'm trading SPY. I mean, sometimes, but not really. I don't really look at volume. SPY is already volume heavy. So I don't. Yeah, I just don't. Um, just curious. Average trade 5 or 10K. How much I spend? Um, well, the most I've spent was 150,000, and that was last week, and that was on SPY. It was a put. Um, but again, I don't recommend that to anybody. That was me doing something crazy and taking a big bet. Average trade probably 5 to 10,000. Yeah, honestly. But sometimes, hey, just to remind myself of where I came from, I'll do like a $500 trade just to humble myself. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to do that. Do you see CoreWeave December options breaking even at all? Kane, I don't know. I fucking hate CoreWeave. I fucking hate CoreWeave. Take a photo of his picture and then zoom in. Can switch to a cash account? Yeah, you can switch to a cash account. Thanks for doing this. Looking forward to learning more from this group. Yeah, thanks, Jeff. I got flagged when I just started. Yeah, you're gonna get flagged. If you're gonna do multiple day trades and you're under 25,000, yeah, you're gonna get flagged. So I would just honestly go to a cash account. It honestly is gonna teach you to be a little bit more. It's gonna teach you to be a little bit more disciplined because once you spend your money, however much it is, you've spent it for the day. You're done. You know. Um, Yeah, no, they'll mark Muhammad. Oh, I'm catching up from a long time ago. Shit. Muhammad, I got marked as a day trader on Thinkorswim. Yep, that's gonna happen. 2,500. Yep. Uh, would you? Okay, this is from Raj. Would you say the following combination would be considered a sell? Assume it is a call. Candle closed close to or above Bollinger Band. Candle closed touching 9 EMA. RSI is above 70 to 80 range, or one or the other. Would you say the following combination would be considered a sell? So let's see. My candle is outside the Bollinger Band. Yes. Candle closed touching 9 EMA. Maybe. RSI above 70 or 80. Most likely. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, to be safe, yes. Again, guys, we can't live on hopes and dreams. Good question, Rush. I can see. I end up subscribing to Unusual Whales, trying to get used to the website. Any recommendations with using it? Yes, CRG Fred. I still have an Unusual Whales subscription, but honestly, man, I've got this one called Cheddar Flow. It's another paid one, but I like this a lot better. It's a lot cleaner, and I've got two filters. One for large, so I could see what the institutions are buying. For instance, we saw at 2:11 p.m. somebody placed a large bet, a large put, might I add, worth $1.6 million on SPY going to 632, and the expiration is 10 days from now. That's a pretty good bet if you ask me. If I see an institution, if I see somebody putting 1.6 million on a put, I'm going to assume it's probably going there. And that's at 2:11 p.m. as well. That's also after the Trump shit. So that I like this one, and I also have it for quick. So this tells me if somebody's got a short dated call or put. So we got some big Nvidia ones right here for $11.4 million put for 180. That's in the money right now though. But then they had another one at 172.5, 2.7 million. So yeah, this is what I like to use. Unusual Whales is just very confusing. Got it. Super helpful. Use 3 or 5 minute time frame. Both. Can you tell is what kind of calls would you make, like 1 or 2 orders out of the money, or uh yeah, honestly, I'd say anywhere 1 to 5. 1 to 5 strike price. Like, yeah. I usually try to keep it like like $1 to $5 strike price away from where the price is. Um, Raj said you showed an example of choppy and no direction. Is it because of RSI? We see the candles now, but couldn't before, so in the moment. Is it the size of the candle that helps with understanding direction? Bobby, what's up? Holy crap, you guys are okay. I'm almost at the bottom. Holy crap, thank God. I thought I was losing you guys. You showed an example of choppy and no direction. Is it because of RSI? Let me go back to my chart. Let's look at something choppy. No, RSI is not going to tell me about if it's choppy. Choppiness is going to tell me it's choppy. These small candles, look how small they are, back to back to back to back. You know, if you see candles back to back to back to back like this and they're really small, let me zoom in a little bit. Like they're really small like this, that tells me there's no volume. I mean, let's look at the volume. Okay, here you go. Guy that asked me about volume. Here you go. Here's where I'm just going to start looking at volume. How much volume is this big green candle right here? 330,000. This one, 577, 706, 488, 310. How much is this little guy? 249, 138, 200, 199, 253, 237, 160. These are all no volume. So honest, and also it's touching the EMA line. So I'm probably gonna be like, I don't know if this is gonna go up anymore. I'm out. So, candles above EMA 9 good. Candles along EMA 9 not good. Correct, Shane. Correct. I may have missed this, but do you use TradingView to look at the candlesticks, then have Robinhood or whatever your trading platform is to make the trade? That's from Kaylee Huntley. Yes, exactly. I have, so pretty much how I have it, Robinhood, I have it set to SPY options, and I'm just waiting to see where I'm going to go at. I already kind of have a predetermination of where I'd like to be. I adjust it as the candles go. But yeah, I have it pulled up on another tab. Usually I have it like half of my screen is going to be my chart, half of it's going to be my options ready to order. All right, this is from Bobby the cowboy. One more time. What are your RSI settings? Yeah, man. RSI settings. I have RSI length set to 7. I have my source. Oh, wait, what happens if I click this on? I'm just curious. That doesn't really do much. My source, I have it set to OHLC-4. That's just candle open, candle high, candle low, and candle close combined. So I have that, and then that's pretty much it. Oh, and then also I take out the RSI based MA. It does nothing for me. It's just clutter. So yeah, that's what I do. So inputs for RSI length 7, and then the source OHLC4. All right. Can you please go over the 9 EMA settings on your TradingView? Sure can. 9 EMA. I have length set to 9. I have source set to close. You might can do this. You can do that. I just have it set to close. It doesn't really matter. Close will be safer. Time frame, I have that set to chart. Make sure that says chart. Otherwise, you're going to have it every time you change your time, you're going to have to change it on here too. So I just have it set to chart. So anytime I change the time, it automatically changes for me. Style, I make sure to have it as a color that isn't already on my screen. So I just do white. And also put it on a thin line. Don't do a thick one. Okay, because even though it's not changing much, it matters because I want the line to be as thin as possible so I don't accidentally exit or get into a trade because of how thick my line is. Let me see. All right, let's keep going. So when RSI is over or under, does that mean overbought? So look down here at the bottom. See how it's highlighting green right here? That tells me that it is overbought. Yeah, wait. Yep, it's overbought. So when it's above, when it's in the green right here, again, you want to set your RSI. Oh, let me go back to this real quick for you guys. Make sure RSI upper band here. We'll even change the color of it. We'll change it to green, and we'll change it to a. I don't want it to be a dotted line. Hold on. Do a straight line. There we go. Here, just to make it easier so you guys can see it, we'll change that to a green line so we know that we're in the green. Right? And then your lower band, that's your 30. That's gonna mean it's over. oversold. So what we can do is we can change this to a red line just so we can see it easier. All right. But you want to keep that 30 and you want to keep that 70. I promise you it'll save your life. If it starts getting in this area right here and I'm in calls, it's probably going to be a good indication that I should probably start thinking about getting out of my calls. If it starts getting in this area and I'm in puts, well, probably going to be a good idea to start thinking about getting out of my puts. You can let it go for a little bit, but last thing you want to do is get caught right here at the tip of it. Look, right there, and then this bitch starts going up. So, but if now let's say if you're sidelining, you're looking to get into a trade. Well, if you want to buy calls, all right, you see right here it's starting to get oversold. Well, now you can start looking for an entry. And then, all right, you see it's oversold right here. You see it's starting to come across above your EMA 9. And then let's throw on the Bollinger Bands real quick. Hold on. Boom. All right. Well, and then also you have your lines that I drew for you nicely. You got this line at 669.31. You see it's starting to form support here. All right. Well, there you go. There's all the things you need for confirmation. All right, next thing. When you are buying your options, are you buying at the money or 1 to 2 out? That's from Megan Trades. I'm not going 1 to 2 out because I don't want to pay that much, but I'm probably like 3 to 5 out, to be honest with you. You can go 1 to 2 out if you're willing to pay the coin for it, but I want to get a couple more contracts. Now, that's not saying go 10 out, unless you're placing a lotto, which I definitely do sometimes. But I like to go like 3 to 5 out max. Max I will do. If contracts are expensive because VIX is high, maybe I'll go 6, or I'll just wait for the VIX to come down. But like usually 3 to 5 is what I like to do. Tip in case it's helpful. If you're learning like I am, open 2 windows. Your trading view, I use TOS and ChatGPT. If you aren't sure, screen grab, drag, and there you go. Can you explain the candles, buyer in control or seller in control, how to determine it? I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, man, because I don't want to offend you. But I'm going to say your last name, Nagpal. Nagpal. Yeah, definitely. It's easy, man. All right. Well, let's go to the 5-minute chart. So this is where I like to look at confirmations. I'm going to go to the 15-minute chart. All right. Whoa! Where are my candles? All right. We're on the 15-minute chart here. All right. Let's see. All right. See these candles right here? See how these big beefy boys right here? They got no wicks above them, but they got long wicks down below. Well, that tells me that there's a chance for it to be bullish. It's got no wicks below. And then you got this big green candle right here with a big bottom wick. That tells me it's going to push up. It's going to go bullish. All right. And then you got this other candle right here. This is a fake out. Okay. Sometimes you're going to get these. This is what's called a hammer, but it was a fake out. But yeah, if they're strong on the bottom and they're really tall and thick like this, yeah, you're riding pretty good, Now, if I see this candle right here, it's got nothing in the middle. Like, look, let me zoom in on this thing. Hold on. Look at this candle right here. This thing's got nothing. There's no volume in that thing. I mean, there is volume. There's $1.3 million worth of volume, but there's a mix of buyers and sellers in there. That's going to tell me, I'm scared and I'm getting out. And also it's outside of my Bollinger Band. But that's on the 15-minute. Let's switch to let's go back to the 3-minute just to look at other candles that way. God, where are my candles at? Oh, there we go. And not every candle is going to be able to tell you, but you can get a general direction. Like look, these got strong bottom wicks right here, but there's not a lot of volume in the middle. Then look at these two. Absolutely no wicks on the bottom of these 2 candles, but 2 top wicks. Well, that tells me it's going down. Well, this one pushed right up, but then this had no volume. Or this one, there was no sense of direction because there's no control. This one, big red candle, big top wick, probably would have gotten out here if I was in calls. Or I probably would have gotten in if I probably would have bought puts. So yeah, and again, as time goes by, you will learn. All right. Justin, I wouldn't trust GPT at all, bro. Honestly, it's so glitchy, especially today. Yeah, dude, ChatGPT is nice to get a general understanding of things, but do not trade using ChatGPT. Don't. Do not do it. Like Chat GPT will tell you that something is bullish and it's clearly going down. Um, let's see. 9 EMA settings in TradingView is having a EMA link set to 9, source to close, offset at 0. That should get your 9 EMA on the chart. Thank you, Raj. Which indicator are those blue lines? Those aren't indicators, Adit. I set them myself. He puts the blue lines in himself. Thank you. Wasim, 100%. It's so good to learn from you. Honestly, my learning curve has been great because of it, but it's the live and end time analysis. But defo great for an ask. Well, we can do that. Let's just back it up real quick. Why don't we? All right, we'll go here. We'll do a live trading session right here. All right, and we'll do a live trading session. All right, let's watch it. All right, big candle jump there. A lot of tall bottom wick, but top wick's on top. I can still see it still going down. All right. Well, I need to slow this down because it's not going to form this damn fast. Hold on. Let's do this. Oh, hold on. Let me get really slow. Let's go with that. Speed it up a little bit. All right. All right. We got a indecider right here. Big candle right here. Another big candle here. This one just shot up, so it confirmed for me I'm hopping in here. Now, again, I've got some time, but this is where I'm hopping in. It just confirmed for me, so I'm gonna start riding this puppy. And then with even more confirmation, my EMA 9 and my EMA 50 are crossing right here. That tells me it's got some juice in it. So then I'm gonna keep going a little bit. All right, wicks are getting smaller. All right, that's a big wick. All right, wicks are starting to get smaller. Ooh, we got a big downtrend right there. All right, we're riding this line a little bit. We're riding real close to the sun. I'm not liking these wicks. I'm bailing out. And then what happened? Bam, went down. So, all right. Where are my candles up? Oh. All right. I mean, look, let me go and, cause I saw Kane said this. I don't trade on the 15 minute. I just use it for confirmation. I like to trade on the 5, 3, and I go in between. I'll usually go, really, if I'm day trading, I'll go to the 1 sometimes just to see, like, all right, let me see the real moves. Hold on. Ooh. Oh, it's after. Pull this down a little bit. Man, what a day. Today, yeah, that's Tuesday. What a day. Uh, in your experience, is any day of the week better than others for day trading? Monday can kind of suck. Friday is really good. Friday is generally like really good. But not really. I mean, you're gonna have good days. I mean, let's just look. Why don't we? All right. Since we're not in the full week this week, let's go back to, let's see, here's Friday. Well, Friday we had a pretty good pump on Friday. I mean, people could have made a lot of money on this, and then you could have made some money on the downside, upside. All right, so that's Friday. Well, then look, all right, here's Thursday. Shit, the money you could have made off puts on Thursday. Let's go to Wednesday. All right, Wednesday was okay. We had some puts right here, a little bit of call action, but it wasn't anything crazy. Let's see, we got Tuesday, a little bit of put action, not much, but obviously clearly some good call action. So, and then Monday, Jesus Christ, just great for both sides, great puts and great calls. So no, I don't think there's a specific day, in my opinion. Some might, but I don't. Nice, where at? I'm a realtor in Kentucky, Mohammed. Oh, I'm over here in Austin, Texas. Been here for like 6 years. Yeah, dude, Kane, I love the new alerts too, man. It's great. It's very nice. How do you decide if you're gonna trade SPY or QQQ? I don't trade QQQ, Shane. Nothing against it. I just like SPY. I don't know. I probably could trade QQQ, but I'm just comfortable with SPY. And also, SPY over QQQ. You're trading the S&P 500. You're trading the biggest ETF in the world. Why not? You mean after 10? Yeah, after 10, yeah. You are Central Time Zone. Yes, I'm Central Time Zone, everybody. I am Central Time Zone. Market opens for me at 8:30. So for anybody, what, figure it out. 8:30 is when market opens for me. I am Chicago Time Zone or Central. Um, 150 to 240. I appreciate it, Justin. The infamous 150K put. Yeah, beautiful trade. I'm down over 10K on CoreWeave, all expiring this Friday. Yeah, that sucks. You may cut your losses. I don't know. Bro, how do you control emotions for stop doing averages for the trade? How do I control my emotions? I mean, man, we're all human beings. Sometimes we can't control our emotions. But I try to by just remembering outside of trading, like what's important to me. That $400 profit's important to me, not the $400 profit that's on the screen right there that can be mine. That's important to me, not the maybe 700, not the maybe $1,000. That's how I control my emotions. Now, and also if I'm like sometimes if I size for zero, I don't care if I lose the money. I'm sizing for zero. It's a lottery. It's what I call a lottery trade. But set a stop loss. And if you have to set a mental stop loss, set a mental stop loss. Hey, I'm not going to take any more. I'm not going to lose any more than 20% on this trade. You know, if you want to, let me just. Oh, okay. Let me turn some of this shit off. All right. What you can do is on the 3-minute chart, look at your candles. All right. Now, find the average size of a candle, right? Find the average size. Average size of the candles is probably going to be probably this size right here, right? This size. And take into full account the wicks and everything. So I'm going to create a stop loss. Let's say if I hop in right here, all right, I'm going to have a stop loss about, I'm going to be right below it, man. I'm going to be trailing it, right? So I'm going to be right here. This candle shoots up. I'm going to be right here. I'm going to let this green candle form, and I'm going to go, and then I'm going to let the red one do its work, and I'm going to go up. And then once it goes to another green candle, I'm going to move up. I'm going to protect my profits. And I'm not gonna sit here and draw the line. You want to know what I do when I execute a trade? Trading view is over here on the left side of my screen. Robinhood's on the right, and on the right side, I've got my cursor over that sell button, ready for it to go against me. If it goes against me, boom, I'm clicking it. Oops, I did not mean to get rid of the screen though. My bad. Where's my thing? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've got Robinhood to the right, so that's what I'm doing. All right. Let me see. Got to run. Thanks a ton. Thanks, Jeff. Can you go over RSI setting once more? Yeah, I can do RSI setting once more. RSI setting. I take off the RSI band MA, so it's going to be this yellow line down here. I take that off. I don't need it. I take it off. On inputs, I do the RSI length instead of 14, which is the default. I do 7. And on the source, I do OHLC4, and then everything else, I stay the same. Everything else, leave it as it is. Time frame, chart. Make sure it's on chart. And that's all I do. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Austin. Makes sense. LOL. I am in HST zone. Thank you so much. Definitely appreciate this live session. I think I can speak for us when I say looking forward to more. Thanks, Kaylee. Yeah, guys, I'm at the bottom of the comments. Is there any more questions that you guys have? Anything specifically? Anything psychologically? I mean, it doesn't have to be about the charts, guys. If you need me to pump you up, if you need me to, reassure you or anything, I can definitely do that. Besides the beautiful Porsche cane, no, man, I've got the Porsche and I've got my trusty 2019 Acura TLX that's got red interior. That bitch has 80 or 90,000 miles. That's my That's my go-getter car. That's a car that I do not care if there's a dent, a scratch, or anything, and I keep it because it humbles me. And I drive it a lot. But if I were to get another car along with the Porsche, I obviously would sell the Acura. And I would probably get I don't know, man, some type of SUV, probably like a BMW X5M, or honestly, I love the BMW X5Ms. It's a V8 twin turbo. I love those cars. Um, anything else, guys? Any other questions? I'll anything, guys. I'll help you out with anything if you want me to answer anything psychologically or whatever. When you said earlier 3 to 5, does that mean out of the money puts or calls? Both. 3 to 5. When I say 3 to 5, Shane, when I say 3 to 5, let's say the current price of SPY is sitting at just let's say it's sitting at 660. I'm either going to take anywhere from 660 to 654 on puts. So anywhere from 660 to 654, I'm going to take a strike anywhere between there, or I'm going to take anywhere for puts, or I'm going to do 660 to 666. So I'm going to do calls anywhere between 660 and 666. So I'm going to take any one of those strike prices. I've been learning how to use the 90MA FVG strategy that Profit Hunter described the other day. Do you reckon I'm better off using your blue lines instead? No, man, dude. The good thing about learning, and it's great, man. I'm still learning, dude. I'm changing up my strategies. I'm learning a lot. Is figuring out what works for you. So if you want to try the FVG for a couple of trades, try it. If you want to try the blue lines, try it. But like I said, man, the blue lines for me at least are great, and I need to update in between here too. In between this gap. Oh wait, no, I don't. I went all the way back. Um, I'm right where I need to be. The blue lines are great for me. Because I mean, again, it kind of gives me a sense of direction. It tells me, all right, well, let me just zoom in real quick. All right. All right. Well, it tells me, all right, this blue line is forming a resistance to these candles right here, so good chance we're going down. And then, all right, well, these candles got on top of this blue line. All right, well, now they're forming support. Well, they're still going down. So it doesn't mean, and I understand you can be like, well, I mean, what if I hop in a trade right here and then it reverses on me? Well, then you get out, but you just never know. But I just like to use these as barriers that they need to get over. So I'm watching it and I'm ready to go in case it reverses on me. Let me see. Thanks again. You're the man. Thank you, CRG. Funny enough, I actually know a guy that's a DJ. His name is CRG. I wonder if you're him. I want to get a new BMW M3 competition. Dude, those are sick. Those are dope. I got a buddy that's got one. Yeah, the M3s are good. I'm all about exhaust notes, and to me they don't have the best exhaust notes unless you like do an aftermarket exhaust. They just sound like they're fast. Don't get me wrong, they're fast and great cars, but damn, they're just like I don't know. I want to hear that bitch. You know what I mean? I really appreciate your videos, man. My account is down 50% right now, so I appreciate you sharing your knowledge. Yeah, Kane, look, take that 50%. Well, are you in? Hey, Kane, question: are you in like long dated calls or puts, or like is it about to be like you're about to take 50% to the chin in like a couple of days? Like it's sold. Manage your portfolio. I wish I could do it, man. Nagpal, I wish I could manage it for you, man. But then I wouldn't be as sharp as I am because then your money is on the line. You're good, bro. You'll learn. You'll get it. Definitely don't. They're more reliable though. I will say that, Adit. Like the M3s now, they're pretty damn reliable. I think they did I think they some long calls. Oh, you're good. Hold on to those, Kane. You'll be fine. Yeah, dude, it's hard to. I'll tell you this, Kane. It's hard to be like thinking like you're doing the right thing when like some of your calls when you're down 50% of your calls. Look, it only takes one day for those. Like I remember one time I had Nvidia. This was like a month and a half ago. I had an Nvidia call and it was down 80% for like 3 weeks. literally down 80%. And I was like, dude, there's no way this is recovering. And then one day, literally, I'm just chilling. I'm actually doing my other work, my like real estate investment stuff, and I've just got my chart, my Robinhood uh, chart popped up on the screen, and like I look at it one time and it's like all normal, and then I like look away for like 3 minutes, and then like I look to my right and there's just a fucking green can, like it's just in the green. Probably I was like, what the fuck? I look over, my Nvidia's up 70% for some catalyst. So like obviously, you know, you can't hold them forever, but if you're a month out, 2 months out, 3, 4, 5 months out, you're good, bro. Just chill. You're chilling. I've made some notes based on all the discussions. I might have missed out on some things or written something wrong. Please feel free to update it or comment on changes. Yeah, definitely. Again, I need to figure it out. I'm not the most tech savvy guy, obviously, but I think this video will save, and I think I'll be able to upload it to my YouTube. Can you let us know your potential SPY trades tomorrow? I've got no idea. I really don't. I don't know. Right now in after hours, we're back down where we were previously, which was down here at the 659 range, 656. Um, you know, um, we had that news from Saudi Arabia, and obviously look what happened. The market pumped right here, but obviously you see the bulls couldn't hold it. So unfortunately, I think we're going to go down some more. Could we potentially go up? Sure, absolutely. But I think it's going to be more red, which is good because we can turn red into green, guys. We can just because it's red doesn't mean we can't make any money. We can play puts. But I think there's a chance of it going red. Reason being, I think a lot of people are going to sell Nvidia pre-earnings. I think there's a lot of people scared of Nvidia right now. I think I think there's a lot of people scared of it. That's why I'm not playing Nvidia earnings. I'm just not. But yeah, I think it could be I think it could be red tomorrow, but I could be wrong. I'm in 190 call expiring Friday. You must be talking about Nvidia, yeah? You might not do bad on that, actually. I've learned a lot since I made those decisions and changed my strategy a lot. It's all up from here. Definitely, man. Hey, take it slow, Kane. Remember this. Something I like to remember. Everybody wants to have $1 million account. Everybody wants one. Okay? But unless you're a trust fund kid, you won the lottery, or you can just somehow dump $1 million into your account, you've got to build it. And how you're going to build it is by being a little bit conservative. So taking those $400 profits rather than the hopeful $800 or $1,000 profits. Again, if you are consistent with your trading every day, you are consistently putting up profit every day, those $1,000 profits will come. I promise you they will. Okay. But it's all about stacking, compounding. Okay. $400 every day for a week is $2,000. And some of those days, you may have a $700 day. You may have a $200 day. You may have a $1,000 day. But it's all a matter of just compounding, not revenge trading, not trading with emotion, and just taking the profits when you can. Now, if you want to take your $400 profit and leave some runners that you don't care about, when I say runners, I mean leave like 5 more calls in there out of your 20, and you don't care if they go to zero, those could get 300%, and that's great. But don't bet your whole portfolio on a 300%er. Just don't do it. Okay? You want to know why you can get 300% on swing trades? Because you're giving the stock time to build. And you're also buying it way ahead of time. I've learned a lot. Thanks, bro. I took a protective put to the chin today. Can we have a win tomorrow to recoup? Dude, I hope so. That's the plan. Are you playing Nvidia earnings? No, I'm not. I'm absolutely not playing Nvidia earnings. That stock scares the shit out of me. Right now, the stock market scares the shit out of me, man. Puts don't, but playing long right now, me personally, I may get flack for this, but I'm just not a huge fan. Until we can figure out what the fuck is going on and we can get some stability. Mm-mm. Can you explain FVG again? Also, do you determine? So, hey Derek, I don't use fair value cap. I'll throw it up there, but I just don't. I don't use it as a confirmation of anything. Also, how do you determine contract price relative to spot price? Um, Again, let's say right now, SPY is trading at 660. So, depending on which way it's going, I'm going to go $1 to $5, either under it or above it. I'm not saying I'm going to go $5 every time, but I'm just saying I'm going to look at price. I'm going to look, okay, how much does it cost per contract at $3 per price versus $4? Well, if at $3 per price, let's say it's 50 cents or $50, 0.50 at $4 higher, or $3 higher, but then $4 higher, it goes from 50.50 $50 down to $21. I'm taking the 50 because that's going to have a lot more movement. The 21 is going to take a lot more movement from the stock market or from the from SPY to move that contract. So I'm looking at it based on, I don't want to go too deep, because if I go too cheap on the contract, then it's going to take a lot of SPY is going to have to move a lot more to make that contract profitable. But if I go somewhere in the middle, let's say rather than not a super cheap contract, but not also a super expensive one, if I go happy medium, then I know that one's going to move a fair amount, and I'm going to be able to rake in some pretty good profits if it goes my way. I don't know. Do you have an average price you set to purchase a contract? I like to, if I'm trading SPY, um, I like to be under $1 or well, okay. When I say $1, I'm talking about the decimal point. So, under 1.00. So yeah, I like to be somewhere between $35 and like $70 a contract, if that's possible. If it's not possible, then I may do some higher priced contracts, but I just won't do as many. Do I have Nvidia stock? I have it in my other account. I've got two accounts. So, well, actually I've got three, but I've got my challenge account, which is like my 3K to 30K. I've got my big options account, which is it's now over 1 million, and then I've got a Fidelity account, but I don't mess with that. I literally uh, put money in there, buy some stock, and then I don't even look at it. I don't even know where it's trading at right now. It's probably in the red. But yeah, I've got Nvidia stock. I've got a decent bit. Um, I hold the stock. Yes, I hold the stock. The main stock. I hold most of the Mag 7. I hold a shit ton of Palantir, like over 2,000 stocks, shares of Palantir. Um, Nvidia, I think I'm pretty close to 1,000 shares of Nvidia. Um, I've got some Tesla. I've got some Meta, Google, all that stuff. I've got some dividend stocks. Yeah, I've got your basic stocks that you hold. But here's the thing: the reason why I don't put them in my Robin, the reason why I do not put them in my options trading account, because my dumbass will lose some money and then go sell some stocks to give me some more buying power, and I don't want to do that. I know how I work, and I know that's what I would do. I'm not playing Nvidia earnings. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not. I might get some RKLB. I like Palantir. Palantir's my baby. Even though Peter Thiel is pissing me off lately. He sold all of his Nvidia shares, and now Nvidia's tanking. But hey, I mean, okay, here's something that somebody posted, like Peter Thiel, CEO of Palantir, sold 100% of his Nvidia stocks, and somebody said, oh, people sell shares, stuff like that. I mean, I do, that is true, but I don't know about 100% of their shares. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna sell 100% of my shares unless I know something. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, Nvidia's it's the biggest company in the world. Like it's the biggest company in the world. It's a $3 trillion company. And if you have, let's say your 100% is over 1,000 shares and you're selling all 1,000 in one go. I don't know, man. Could be. I mean, hey, it could be, but I'm just saying, like, it's a little. Nobody sells 100% of their shares that they have, and they own over 1,000 of those shares. Nobody sells 100% unless they know something. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and I don't look. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're done going down. I don't. I think we've got. I think. Let me see. Uh, let's see. Let's see here. How much is SPY down? Oh, I can't type. How much is SPY down this month? Past month, it's only down 1.6%. It's actually still up. It's up 10% in the past 6 months. Year to date, it's up 12%, 12.9%. Do I think we're going to go down to here? I mean, shit, we could. I mean, I don't know. But I don't know. I mean, we're still at all-time highs, that's for sure. Um, down 3% in the last 5 days, down 1% in the past month. Yeah, I wonder what Russell's at. Let's see. How much is no I Russell? Let's check the I Russell. I Russell, just for you guys know, it's small. It's like SPY but for small caps. um, so it's actually up on the day, 30.31%. Oh, come on. Oh, it's down 4% 5 days, down 4% month. It's up 11% year to date, or up 11%. 6 month up 5%. So that's why I'm saying on Cheddar, like right here on Cheddar Flow, these large fucking plays right here, dude. That and I just so you guys know, IWM is the Russell. Um, I mean, look, you've got a let's see, where's Russell trading at? So it's trading at $2,348. Is that? Let me make sure I said IWM. Hold on. I think that's Russell. IWM. Yeah, that's the Russell 2000. There we go. Here we go. IWM. Sorry. I was looking at the index. Whoopsies. 5 days down 4%, down 5% on the month, up 11%, 6 months, up 5%. So, this is essentially SPX, like SPX, and this is essentially SPY. Got it? So, but I mean, look right here. I mean, it's trading at 233.47. I mean, you got two puts back to back. It's that institution I've been tracking, guys. They're expiring December 19th, December 19th. Look at these SPY puts right here. December 19th, December 19th, December 19th, December 19th, December 19th. Like, look at all these. It's got to be the same institution. Obviously, I can't prove it, but you know. But look, 223 puts made today at almost at lunchtime. 2.8 million, 2.5 million. Like, if institutions are betting that big, that's what I'm thinking too. Of the recent signals or stocks, which are you most bullish on in general? Of the recent signals or stocks. Oh, you're talking about on the app. I haven't been. I actually, believe it or not, I actually haven't jumped in a signal that got posted in a while. Um, I did Eli Lilly. I did okay on that. He hasn't posted a lot either though. I did CoreWeave and I got absolutely just beat up. Yeah, yeah, I did the CoreWeave one and I got absolutely throttled. So I'm not in anything right now that they've posted. I've just been day trading, having a great time. What do you think of Alibaba stock? I made a play on that one not too long ago. I wonder what it's trading at. I already sold it, but I played puts on it, some long-term puts. Um, I don't remember what it's trading at though. Um, yeah, I bought the puts. Hold on, I need to go to the 1 month. Holy shit. Jesus. So I played. God, I wish I would have held too. I played the puts right here for the day on this day, which was last Thursday. Last Thursday, and I didn't notify it. Did I? No, I didn't notify it. Um, and I should have. My bad, guys. But anyways, I played it right here. It did pretty good, and then I held it overnight, and then I sold pretty much down here. So I made a good chunk of change off that. Um, Bro, you've been a legend, man. It's off to bed, nearly 3 a.m. here. Hey, Wasim, have a good one, man. Appreciate it, man. Me too. CoreWeave. Yeah, bro, I got absolutely just throttled on that. Metacall signal is beating me up right now. That's what I'm saying, bro. Mag 7's getting just torched. Yeah, man. And if you want to be honest, if you want me to be like completely like honest with you, maybe that's why I don't know why. Maybe that's why like a lot of like signals aren't getting posted. I'm not sure. But I will say like 95% of the time, if you do the strike price, and when I say the strike price at a Nest post, or even a little bit after it, or even a little bit before, now when I say a little bit, I mean like a couple days before, a couple days after, 90% of the time those are going to hit, guys. All right. Um, I know it's hard, especially for new guys. I know it's easy to doubt. We're in a tough, we're in a tough market right now. And I was here when the Oracle plays hit, the Intel plays. Oracle was my first big win. I think I had, and that was a couple. Wow. It feels so long ago. I was in Oracle, and I think I only bought literally like a Nest posted the play. And here, let me go. Here, actually, I'll go back and look. Let me go back and look what I paid. So Nest posted the not CoreWave. Screw that one. um, Nest posted the Oracle one. Let me see. Where was it? Oh, right here. Shit. In September 10th. Damn, that was last. No, that was like 2 months ago. There we go. Okay. Yeah, bro, I only bought two contracts. That is all I could afford at the time. That's all I could afford. Two contracts were $415. So I had $800 worth of contracts. I only had two contracts, guys. Only two contracts. I paid a total of $830 for them. It was an earnings play. Dude, the next day, $800 I paid for those contracts. I sold both of those contracts for it was $7,920. The average price when I bought them was $4.15 or $415. When I sold them for $3,960 a piece. That was an 800% thing. And again, it was an earnings play, guys. It was random. It's a coin flip. All right? It's a coin flip, guys. Right, but yeah, that was my biggest. That I think that has been my biggest winner by far. But if you want me to show you my biggest winner by far, I'll show it to you. Hold on. Let's go to my highest. Well, we know what my biggest winner is by far. Besides my day trades, all right, besides the SPY one, my biggest winner, hold on, was actually when he posted LAC, Lithium Americas. That one made me a decent bit of money. I did really well on Lithium Americas. I mean, I made a lot of money on that. Um, and I hope we can get back to that. Um, I'm hoping we can get back to that. We can get back to a bull market and we can, buy stuff. But we got to adapt. We got to be able to play both sides of the coin, guys. I have had bad luck. I miss the ones that fly and get the ones that dump. Yeah, Kane, look, it happens, bro. It happens. Again, here's the thing. Here's my rule of thumb. If I'm going to day trade, I'm going to day trade. So I'm going to set my expiration either 0 DTE or the next closest one to me. All right? So if I'm day trading, let's just say AMD or Nvidia or any common stock, obviously I can't do a 0 DTE on those. So I'm going to have to do the next closest expiration if I'm day trading. But if I'm going for a swing trade, I am going to go out at least bare minimum 3 weeks out, maybe a month. Safe bet is a month, because it's going to give the one, it's not going to be as aggressive, your percentage changes, and two, it's going to give your stock time to build. So let's say when a Ness posts, let's just say Eli Lilly, today is the 18th of November, and he puts December 19th, well, he's given himself a month of he's given himself that month timeline for it to perform. I've never seen him do a 0 DTE. I've never seen him do a week out. All right? He's always giving himself some cushion. And that's what you guys need to make sure. Just because he posts, let's say Eli Lilly's trading at $600 and he posts an 850, well, that doesn't mean you can do the same strike price, but for like half the time that he's doing it. The guy's a billionaire. He knows what he's doing. All right? So, just remember that. If he's posting that far out, you guys better do it too. And if you can't afford it, then you just can't afford it. It's okay, And I hope he comes back with small caps. He was doing those we were doing a lot of small cap stuff for a while. But I will say, I understand why he stopped doing them for a minute, because, he would post them and then immediately the stock would jump up 30%. And then the price action for people to get in pretty much got skewed. It's easier to move a small cap stock. It's way harder to move a stock like, let's just say, Nvidia or Oracle. You know what I mean? Peter is locking in for 2025 and then going back into 2026. LOL. What does that mean, Megan? Peter is locking in. Oh, you're talking about Peter Thiel. Okay. He might be, honestly. I mean, there you go. There you go. That and if he does that, well, there you go. He's a smart guy. Losing on forever and a net. Yeah. I actually got burned on LAC. I entered late. Hey, I got burned on it too. Yeah, all right, here's a good example, Adit, on on LAC. He specifically said it was two separate trades, day before, day after. Day before, it did well and it opened up, and guess what everybody did? It kept pumping and everybody sold off and it tanked. And then we went in our second trade. So luckily I put out enough expiration where that one that tanked had some time to come up and at least break even. It luckily did better than break even. But that's kind of what it's talking about. Yeah, no problem, Kane. Of course. Another thing I've learned, not to chase. I burn myself seeing others post their trade and wins, feeling fun. Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Don't chase, guys. Don't chase. You're only going to hurt yourself in the end, okay? Like, let me just zoom in on the chart real quick. Let's just go right here. All right. Let's say if I post, right? Let's say if I make a post and not that you can't make money, but let's just say if I make a post and I post it, hey, I bought, oh, this is Alibaba. Get me off this. I'm never trading this. Day trade. Lead you guys astray like that. Jesus. Here we go. Back to where we belong. SPY. All right. Anyways, let's say I get in SPY, right? And I post, hey, I'm hopping in SPY, guys. And I get in. Let me turn on my EMA9 real quick. Boom. All right, I get in right here. Let's say I hop in. All right, and I'll let you guys know, hey, guys, I'm hopping in SPY. Well, I hop in, and the trade's going, and you decide, and you look at it, and let's just see. I called it right here. Let's just say, and I don't know if this is the time I called it, but let's just say 10:09 a.m. And by 1018, 1021, whatever. You get FOMO, you're like, oh, let me get in this trade real quick. Yeah, you're gonna get some profit, but you may not. You know, what if I were to do it wrong? What if I was catching a quick scalp right here? All right, how about that? This one. I say, hey guys, I'm hopping in SPY. I'm doing a 662 strike price. Well, I hop in right here. I'm good. Well, you guys get in here on this candle, and you're like, oh yeah, let me get in. Boom, and then it just reverses on you, and you FOMO'd it. Don't FOMO a trade, guys. There's plenty of time. All right, there's plenty of trades to be had. It's better to not spend your money on a trade that you're late on than spend your money on a trade that you're late on. All right. Yes, it's November options tank, but now looking at puts and not just calls if you are new option. Yeah, you want to know how I fucking primed that one out, Justin? The 150 to no, it was 440, bro. It wasn't 240. It was to 440. I can't go back. Can I? Hold on, let me see. Flow overview, historical flow. Here we go. All right, that was last week. So let's go to 10 to 14, search, and then let's do the ticker only SPY. All right. This was last week. This is why I went. Look at all this damn fucking SPY calls, bro. Look at all, I mean puts. Look at them all. There's one call in the middle of all this. And the one I was looking at, I wasn't looking at all of these, but I'll tell you which ones I was looking at. This 1219 for 4.9. This 1219 for 3.7. This 1219 for 5. This 1219 for almost 4, 3, 4, 5 almost. Let's see. Up here, 3.5. Right here, let's see. 5.5, 4.5, 3.5, almost 7. I mean, I'm not going to count all this up, but this is definitely over $20 million. Definitely over $20 million worth of puts over the span of a week. I mean, yeah, I'm going with the smart money on this one. And these guys made a boatload of money. They made a boatload. So that's what I went after. Now, was it risky? Yeah, it was risky, but I don't see any smart money making calls except for this dummy. This guy's bleeding. Well, no, he's bleeding. No, yeah, this guy had his 685 strike. This guy is definitely hurting. Appreciate it, GD. G High Day. Yeah, that's all on us. Let's be honest. Love the app. Oh, somebody asked me why did I get on the app. I just wanted community, man. I wanted some community, and I don't know how I found it. To be honest with you, I think I just stumbled upon it, and I joined, and I've loved it ever since. I mean, obviously, I've got a community. I'm live streaming to, you guys. There's only 18 people, but it doesn't matter to me. It's 18 people that, matters. So I love community. I'm all about helping people. Good advice. You don't really have to answer the last one. I'm about to sign off. Thank you, Austin. Love seeing all of you guys win gang. See you in the app. What is the website I'm using? The website I'm using is called Cheddar Flow. I think it's about, I think they have a special going on that's like 50% off. So it's like $50 a month, but I think normally it's like $99 a month. So, yeah, guys. Well, guys, I have been on for a lot longer than I was planning to, but I like helping you guys out. So been on for 2 hours. That's a 2-hour session right there. But I think I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'll try to do these, once every while, maybe once or twice a month. But yeah, guys, I appreciate the questions. I will, I'm going to see if I can upload this to YouTube. I should be able to. I hit record down here, so I should be able to upload this for you guys to go back and watch. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate the time. It means a lot that you guys, care about what I have to say, and, you guys follow me. And all I want to do is help. So hope you guys have a good night. Um, I, for in the morning, I'm going to be watching SPY. I'm probably not going to make a trade probably till later, around 9:30 or after. So don't worry if you miss the signal, but around 9:30 Central Time. So okay, remember guys, market opens for me at 8:30 a.m. So whatever time that is for you, start looking for me to put something in the chat within an hour, but somewhere between an hour and 2 hours after open. Okay. All right, guys. Peace out. Have a good night. Let's have a good day tomorrow. See you.